All right, here I'm going to go into the cosmology of Buddhism, which basically is just ancient cosmology, which is corroborated in a lot of ancient cultures. But just a quick synopsis here to get a basic vision of some of the cosmology or cosmogony that I refer to, especially with the Egyptians, and they talk about the sphere of life. So, the Buddha taught that there are innumerable beings in the universe. Um, Now, this article is written based off the heliocentric, galaxy centric, space vacuum fabrication. So, I feel it, necessary to correct this. So, the universe. The universe is an ocean, and we live in one of the bubbles. So, when they say the universe, what they mean from ancient times is this ocean. So the plane of humans includes any intelligent species on any planet's plane capable of insight. So I'll even go into this because this he didn't know, he still doesn't know, but anyway. He says for thousands of years, perhaps from the beginning of the human species, and in case of some people even continuing through today, humans did not believe that there was any life on other planets. The planet Earth was believed to be the center of the universe. Gods, or other supernatural beings were credited with the creation of life on Earth alone. No mention was ever made to life on other planets in the secular or the religious writings of humankind. So, again, we all fell for it. Other planets in our space vacuum. But he's just going there and saying how he's basically ironically going to come around and say, no, actually Buddhism knew that there were other planets and but no, they didn't. They were flat earthers. It was believed that Earth was at the center with all of the stars and the sun revolving around the Earth. Yeah, because that's the case. In our bubble, we are at the central plane, and the firmament hovers and revolves around us like a chandelier. Yes, that is true. What does it look like, sir? But the prevailing philosophy was this Earth-centered, human-centered idea. If the Earth were not the center of the universe, it was considered then our planet would just be another planet without nothing special in relation to the universe. So, it gets contradictory, paradoxical, etc. Because, like I said, some guy came after me like, look, man, damn, you just said they were trying to make us feel insignificant, and now you're about to tell us that we are insignificant. And this guy is saying, yeah, see, that Earth-centered, human-centered idea was the BS. He just needs to understand that, or they should have understood that we are so insignificant in this vacuum of space that it just boggles the mind. They thought they were so special. And so a lot of flat earthers too are saying, nope, gotcha. Earth is the center of this universe. It is the focus of the firmament. Everything is focused on this plane, sun, the moon, the stars, and the wandering stars. So, therefore, we are special. So, then here's what it goes back to. Well, alright. Yeah, that's true. Cosmologically or cosmogonically speaking, cosmographically speaking, that is true. This is the central focus of the firmament. But here's what gets back into his expansive, innumerable concept. So, then came the Buddha in his revolutionary way proclaimed that there are numerous other planets, each with its own life form. He never said planets, he meant there are numerous other planes similar to this. He said that these planets are a great distance apart from each other. These planes inside of these bubbles are great distances apart from each other within this ocean of the universe. So here's a quote from the sutta. There are thousands of suns, thousands of moons, thousands of continents. So what he's saying is there are thousands of these spheres of life within this ocean of the universe with their own planes of existence. It might be humans too. I mean, it could very well be. I don't know, but it could be very well be humans. I mean, or at least intelligent sentient species. But again, he said there are thousands of suns, thousands of moons, thousands of continents. Then he goes on to talk about Copernicus revolutionized everything and told us that we're spinning around on a fucking ball around the goddamn big ass hot sun, which doesn't suck us in to burn the shit up due to all this gravitational pull. Then he goes on to talk about how Galileo was a fucking genius and etc. etc. And then he tries to spin this back on to say, well, they're just Galileo and Copernicus were just now catching up with Buddha, who already knew that we revolved around the sun. None of this shit was ever said, though. Not even alluded to. Not even allegorically. Not even poetically. So, and then he goes on to say, well, the incredible fact is that Buddha was right there, because he said there are countless suns. Now, he's taking this to mean there are countless other solar systems. No, by saying there are countless other suns and moons, what he's saying is there are countless other firmaments, because there are countless other spheres of existence within this ocean of the universe. So he just flabbergasted at how Buddha knew that. Buddha knew all about the galaxies and the fake vacuum of space. But, okay. The Buddha described 10,000 world systems. 10,000 world systems. And, basically that just says there are a stupendous amount of these spheres of life. And I know one guy said to me, God damn, son. you just going back to the same shit as the, atheistic, materialistic, vacuum model. You're doing me no more justice than the asshole scientist. But it's the truth, alright? Like I said, even Santos Bonacci admits this too. He says, well, we're not the only bubble, guys. So, Buddha described 10,000 world systems, which was to say that there are literally an innumerable amount of solar systems. And he didn't say solar systems as heliocentric systems. Like I said, there are innumerable amount of firmaments in these spheres of life. A world system was a description for a sun or a star with several planets revolving around it. No, the fuck it wasn't. A world system is a world system, as I keep saying. It's a firmament. There is a plane of terra firma and water. There is a sphere of life, as the Egyptians alluded to, within this ocean of the universe. So, we now know that there are several solar systems through direct evidence with high-power space telescopes. The NASA Oracle. God, this cosmology shit is ugly. Okay, so we know that's bullshit, right? So, okay, here we go. The Buddha stated that the infinite world spheres are incalculable. This is the key. And this is what I went after my man Odd at with first. When I first heard Flat Earth, I said, what about the infinite world spheres? World systems, world spheres, refer to the sphere, the bubble of life, as we call it, that we live in. The bubble that is within the ocean of the universe. So when they say sphere, they're not talking about we live on a sphere. But since sphere is not alien to our existence, I mean, it's easy to just say, well, we live on a globe. That's what he meant by sphere. But that's not what they mean by sphere. Like I said, they mean this bubble, this sphere of existence, like a cosmic egg. But he's saying that they are infinite, which is even worse than saying 10,000. The Buddha stated that the infinite world spheres are incalculable. You can't even count them. So there are these bubbles all within this abyssal ocean of primordial waters. So this samsara is without discoverable beginning. And that's the key point. I said this beginningless. Can't find a beginning point. Don't even try. That's what they're saying. There comes a time when the great oceans dry up and evaporate and no longer exist. When the earth burns up and perishes and no longer exists. So he's saying, yeah, there comes a time when, like I said, they'll say there's going to be 5 suns that are going to come burn up this terra firma in the oceans, evaporate the oceans and all life on it. Because there's still going to be, there's innumerable world spheres. So even if this one goes, there's still others. And yeah, this guy keeps talking about how modern science is catching up with Buddhism because Buddha knew about galaxies and gravity. An aeon is long. It is more than several thousand years. Suppose there was a great stone mountain, long, wide, and high, without holes or crevices. A solid mass of rock. At the end of every 100 years, a man would stroke it once with a piece of cloth. That greenstone mountain might, by this effort, be worn away and eliminated, but the eon would still have not come to an end. Damn, he said even if you once a year wipe the mountain with the cloth, by the time you got that mountain wore down, the aeon will still be here. You will still be stuck in an aeon. So long as an aeon. So that's some basics, but just a quick introduction to the cosmology. Peace.